Hello there everybody and welcome to another music video makeup Monday. My name is Nicolett Electra and we are here to do another look for you guys. By the thumbnail and by this hair that I am attempting to finagle, but we'll see by the end of this video how I can make it work. We are doing the one, the only, the beautiful Amy Winehouse today. I am very excited to do this look. This is a look that I actually did for Halloween, maybe like 5 or 6 years ago. And that was a lot of fun. I had more hair then, so I could actually do a little bouffant. Now I have this wig on and I can barely do a bouffant. So we're gonna see how we can pump this up at the end of the video. But in the meantime, let's get this makeup going. Let's look like Amy Winehouse and let's talk all about this beautiful, amazing soul. So today's first step of action is securing the hair behind me. And honestly, I think what I'm gonna do today is do my foundation first. She doesn't have a crazy eye going, so foundation is a good first step. So let's jump into it. Today I'm going to be using the CoverGirl True Blend Foundation, and if I don't list or if I don't say what I use as far as products, I will go ahead and list that all down below so that you guys don't miss out. So Miss Amy Winehouse, right? Amy freaking Winehouse. So she was born last week. Whenever you're watching this video, it's gonna be last week. She was born on September 14th, 1983. I actually had pre-planned to do this video and I was looking at it, all of her facts and stuff on like the 10th or something, and I was like, oh shoot, I should have this for her birthday, but I didn't because I had my Madonna video ready. So if you guys haven't seen the Madonna video, check it out after this. But yeah, so it was kind of funny timing seeing that she was just born a few days ago. Amy was born to a Jewish family and she was raised primarily by her mother. Her parents ended up splitting when she was 9 years old, and from there basically her mom was primarily her person who took care of her. Amy overall was a very early creative person. She ended up going to the Sylvia Young Theater School at a very young age. And ironically enough, she ended up getting expelled from this school, not because like, oh, you're such a bad kid, but because she got a piercing. Once she got the piercing, the school was like, yeah, kid, we ain't having that here, you're out of here. So they expelled her. It's kind of funny to think. I went to private school personally, and I remember like if you came in with your fingernails like colored, they would get mad at you, and if you had socks that were not above your ankle, they would get mad at you as well. So it doesn't seem far-fetched. It's like, ooh, you got a nose piercing, get out of here. Literally how these darn schools go. At the age of 15, she also got her very first tattoo. Do you guys know which one that was? Her very first tattoo was actually her Betty Boop tattoo, and she got it at the age of 15. Talk about a rebel, man. I won't even say a rebel, man. I'm a wimp. I want so many tattoos, and I just can't even imagine being 15 and getting one. But hey, that was her. At the age of 16 is when she began performing some jazz. She ended up messing around with her brother's guitar and then eventually got her own guitar. And kind of the process of creativity kind of began from there for her. And like I said, at the age of 16, she really started doing the jazz route, got herself into a band, and did all of that. And to be specific, she actually purchased her own guitar at the age of 14. So 14 to about 16 was a pretty transformational period, I would say, for her. From getting expelled, getting her first tattoo, getting her first guitar, all of this stuff, getting in a band, all this stuff was kind of happening during that time frame for her. Her very first job in entertainment was actually a journalist. She was a journalist. She became a journalist for the World Entertainment Network. and kind of started doing her thing, all of that. So what I'm going to do instead, since I kind of effed it up, is we are going to darken out the bottom lash line with a light brown and just do a little bit of that. Now it's time for the Iconic eyeliner. For eyeliner today, we are going to be using Bad Gal in Benefit Cosmetics. It is one of those twisty eyeliners. I figured that this would be a lot easier for just filling in as opposed to using a liquid. So let's go ahead and do this and talk a little bit more. In July of 2000, she actually ended up being the first female vocalist to be featured in the National Youth Jazz Orchestra. I am skipping a little bit around. So if you are looking to find a bit more facts and information on her, definitely feel free to look her up and see more details. But from here, we're going to jump to 2003, and that is when she went forward and debuted her very famous Frank. Frank debuted in October of 2003 and was primarily produced by someone by the name of Salim Remy. If you haven't heard Frank, let me tell you about it after I finish this. So this always happens when you're trying to do makeup. One side comes out really flawless and then the other side has quite a few hiccups. So instead of me fast forwarding to a perfect eye, let's go ahead and fast forward and, you know, watch the process, but also talk about some of the facts. So we ended off stopping at the point in which we talked about Frank debuting in October of 2003. It was produced by someone by the name of Salim Remy. It was a very jazzy album, aside from 2 songs that were covers, and every single song that is on the album, besides those 2 covers, Miss Amy Winehouse did end up co-writing, so she was very a part of the entire process. Just like I'm making you guys a part of my process, watching how I am screwing up the eye, trying to fix the eye, trying to screw it up again, then fixing it again. But in the end, we ended up making it work, making it look good, adding a little bit of either you can do concealer or you can do some foundation, finishing out that crease with, again, a little bit more of that brown tone that we had originally used, powdered it up, making sure everything was set in place, and voila. Here we are with the final look semi. So now let's continue. We'll keep on talking and chatting it up about everything that we have been chatting it up about. Frank ended up receiving a lot of critical acclaim. It is a beautiful album. Oh my God, I love Amy so much. I'm telling you, just thinking about this album is like, ugh, it was so good. It was so good. It ended up entering the charts at number 4 in the UK, and she ended up moving forward with also receiving a bunch of nominations for this album, including Brit Female Solo Artist of the Year and Brit's Best Urban Act. The album Frank ended up moving forward and receiving just, man, a lot of just good press, good stuff, and it ended up going platinum. A lot of it went platinum. I mean, if you hear it, like I said, it's one of those albums that you just are like, wow, this is so beautiful. So beautiful, so well written, everything is just, I love it. So now we're going to, again, do a little bit of that fast forwarding action. There's a lot of things that I am skipping through because it's just, you know, I don't know how much you guys want to really hear about, like, hey, she collaborated with so-and-so, hey, she spoke with so-and-so, so-and-so had her on this show and on that show. If that is something that you guys would like to get more information on, I would absolutely love to talk more about it, but, you know, just for the sake of the video, I'm just kind of going through some of the highlights of her life, and just allowing you guys to just hear a little bit about her, the positivity, and leave any negativity that might be present out, because at the end of the day, it's about the voice, it's about the person, and it's about just the amazing things that she ended up doing in her very short career. So in 2006, right, Mark Ronson had his own little radio station in New York, and he ended up airing a little snippet of a really good song that you might have heard of called You Know I'm No Good, as well as Rehab. So we aired these little snippets, and basically the promotion started for the next album in play for Miss Amy Winehouse, which was Back to Black. Back to Black. So I personally was not aware of who Amy Winehouse really was up until a little bit of Back to Black and a lot of her later life. I just remember seeing her in the tabloids, thinking, who is this woman? And not thinking much. But then once she passed, I dived into all of her music for the most part and was like, oh snap, what the heck? This is horrible. But besides the point, Back to Black is where I basically came into place and was like, okay, who is this chick? Who is this chick? Back to Black was a 11-song record that was actually produced in only 5 months. Impressive, huh? Very. A lot of the songs were produced by Mark Ronson. I won't say all of them because I know that there's other people who were also involved in the creation, but Mark Ronson was a big collaborator in this project, and I must say, if you don't know who Mark Ronson is, you definitely know his music, because he... How can a man be so genius? I just don't know. So obviously he did Rehab, obviously he did You Know I'm No Good, and he also did songs like Uptown Funk. He also produced, I believe, all of Lady Gaga's album for Joanne, and he also has done way more things as well, but those are just a few to name off. He's a very talented guy. Anyways, the album Back to Black was released in October of 2006. And just as you would probably expect, did very well. Did very well. It hit #1 on the UK charts within 2 weeks, and then also did pretty record-breaking numbers in the US as well. Since she is someone who is a British profile person, personality, songstress, I'm just kind of focusing on the UK numbers for the most part, but yeah, she went to #1 within 2 weeks in the UK and ended up getting the best-selling album of 2007, selling over 1.8 million copies of the album. It's a lot of albums. A lot. As we jump into the lips, I'm doing a combination of a few different looks. You can do straight up gloss. You can do a lipstick and a gloss. I'm just gonna kind of show you and then go to the next layer and then to the next layer. Time also named Rehab the Song of the Year. She also went on in 2008 to receive 5 Grammys. The 5 Grammys that she ended up winning was 1, Record of the Year, 2, Song of the Year, 3, Best Pop Female Vocal Record, 4, Best Female Pop Vocal Performance, and Best New Artist. Mark Ronson also did get the Producer of the Year award as well that year. Overall, she really just rocked that year. She rocked 2008, she rocked 2007, she rocked 2006. She was in her prime. She was very much in her prime, and she was just doing amazing things, getting record-breaking sales, record-breaking success. I mean, it's so well-deserved. It's really crazy to just think. July 23rd of 2011, she did end up passing away, but we have all of her amazing hits that we can look to, listen to, be reminded of her, and, you know, create some of her looks. Today, this is the look. This is the Amy Winehouse look attempt. I will say, I had a lot of fun doing it. It's a lot of work, but if you don't have long hair, it's a little bit tough and tricky to try and maneuver and navigate. So I got a little bit ahead of myself. I finished filming, I did my little outro, and then I realized I do not have a mole. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab my Mayron metallic powder and add the mole stud piercing. I don't have a piercing that I can just stick there, nor do I have a stick on. So I'm using, like I said, this little silver. And there you go. That's all you need. So what I use for that, I will link down below as well. That is it. That is the final end piece look. Amy Winehouse, what a amazing individual. Like I said, for this video, I just wanted to showcase the positive aspects of it, the successes that came with the first 2 albums that she did, a little bit of her backstory from the very beginning, and just talk about, like I said, the positivities. She is an amazing individual that I absolutely love, and what better way to just show appreciation than to, you know, try and look like her, maybe. I don't know. But if you guys wanted to see more videos from me, definitely let me know in the comments down below what kind of looks you're looking for. The holidays are right around the corner as far as Halloween, and I do have a few looks up my sleeve that I am excited to recreate. So definitely let me know in the comments which ones you would be interested in seeing. I'm all here for it. Thank you guys again for watching. I appreciate you guys for tuning in, and yeah. Thank you guys. Be sure to like, be sure to comment, be sure to subscribe, all of that. And we'll be back next Monday for another music video, Makeup Monday. Thank you guys so much again. See you guys.